for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Las Vegas. It's the Jets and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Jets are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Out is their quarterback with his offense to take over once more. He connected on his first pass of the game for a long touchdown, so we'll see what else he's got up his sleeve as they start 1st and 10 again. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, here comes Jack. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball is knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and 6. It's caught by Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. They run with Jackson out of the gun. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's
their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
2nd and 9 now. Caught right side, Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Second and 15. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think
quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his third already in this first half, as he'll try again with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
no doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Back to throw now on 1st down. Keeps himself upright, escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Now Is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's been unstoppable in this first half. 4 touchdown passes on the ledger already. Closing in on the all-time record in the first half, by the way, which is 6 touchdown passes as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to get away. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd down and 8. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Crawford. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Crawford. Whistles come in and a timeout. We'll see if they try to run one more quick hitter, or will they go ahead and kick the field goal here. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
New York set to take the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And how about the big boy, the D tackle there, feasting on the O-line, getting his squad 2 points.
The glory guys are the defensive ends and the outside linebackers. They create the pressure from the edge, but those big fellas inside that can collapse a pocket, sometimes they get rewarded too.
Extra round at the post-game buffet. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Jets.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. Still going inside the 20.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 54 yards.
And the Jets are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
New York set to take the field.
They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Two yards to go, 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Crawford. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, New York.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ball start.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the
that's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 59 yards.
And the Jets have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
New York set to take the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
98 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And he'll have a Jets 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The Jets are going to the Super Bowl as we say thanks for watching and good night.